If you've been scrolling on TikTok in the last few weeks, then you might have come across a very interesting video that had something very crazy to say.
Someone has to say this, and unfortunately it has to be me. I might get a lot of hate for this, but I'm used to hate. I can handle it. But Connie Ferguson can't act, guys. Connie Ferguson can't act at all. This woman acts like that's how she is in real life. Like if you were to approach Connie in real life, what you see on TV is what you'll get in real life. I felt like her character, Veronica, needed someone who has emotions and emotional depth, someone who can express, someone who can cry. When she's angry, you can see it. When she's happy, you can see it. That lady was nonchalant from season 2.
You see, this very TikTok video sparked a very interesting discussion in South Africa, and that was the fact that can Connie Ferguson actually act? Because you've got people even in the comment section below expressing the same sentiment, with one comment saying Cindy Latu would have killed this role. I trust her, alluding to the fact that if they had given this role to somebody else, she would have done better than Connie Ferguson. And even another comment said somebody finally said it, hence she hates talented actresses like Vatiswa Ndara and Rumi Chuene, to name a few. And this comment would actually gain 844 likes. But even a crazier comment for those who've actually watched the series saying hence her husband initially made her into a mermaid, gaining 3,000 likes. She loves hiring herself as the lead actress in her productions, also gaining 3,000 likes. And a more interesting comment saying she's always playing Karabo, gaining 4,000 likes. One thing is clear, and that's the fact that Connie Ferguson's role as Veronica in the latest season of Kings of Joburg has many people split on the internet. You see, the third season of Kings of Joburg, which actually premiered on Netflix in June 2025, has received a mixed bag of reactions. You see, a lot of the discontent from viewers stem from a perceived decline in production quality, weak script writing, and also a dissatisfaction with the narrative direction. You see, one thing that will actually lead many people to dislike the latest season of Kings of Joburg is poor editing and CGI. There's a lot of social media posts and also reviews that have highlighted the subpar editing within the show, with visible errors like the cameraman appearing in a scene or even inconsistent continuity. A good example of this would be Connie Ferguson's character wearing the same outfit across multiple days within the show. You see, the CGI, especially in the supernatural elements of the show, has been called as terrible by some viewers, with one user on Twitter comparing the production quality to an unfavorable low-budget effort, saying this was horrible and even the CGI was terrible. What exactly did you expect from Connie Tyler Perry Ferguson? Hashtag Kings of Joburg Season 3. But even crazier was an article released by Briefly that would address these very claims head on, with the title being South Africa disappointed by Kings of Joburg's poor editing skills in viral snippet on TikTok. Clearly something went horribly wrong with the video editing. However, it doesn't end there, because the script of the show and even the plot issues have also come under fire, with critics slamming the script as quote-unquote bad, arguing that it fails to justify a majority of the plot decisions, such as killing off key characters like Mo and Veronica. And the shift towards mysticism has also been questioned, with some feeling that it clashes with the series' crime drama roots. And actually, if you do something interesting and you go onto Rotten Tomatoes, on one of the reviews for Kings of Joburg Season 3, a critic highlights this very same sentiment, saying in its third season, Kings of Joburg has swung towards the mystical, and we're not quite sure if this is going to play well with the series' overall gang-related themes. With even one comment on Twitter saying, execution was fire, but the script was not good. In no world does killing off both Connie and Mo make sense to me. It clearly seems like the issues with Kings of Joburg just keep getting more and more worse.
Season 3 with Kings of Johannesburg ushaye, but episode 7 the ending is not make sure. Episode 7 editing skills from the editor ayihlulekile. Ayihlulekile, you can see ukuthi hayi bese sibuka Popeye lapha. Hayi khona.
However, people also highlighted that the narrative focus was also not great because some fans actually believe that the show has lost its edge by centering too much on Connie Ferguson's character at the expense of other characters like Zolisa Taluva's character Mo, who was seen as a stronger lead in earlier seasons, and this shift is perceived as making the show less compelling, with one comment saying Connie Ferguson low-key ruined Kings of Joburg by making it all about her. The show was perfect when Zolisa was the main character. However, if people thought it would end there, things just went from bad to
I know
worse.
I'm not the only one who just started watching Kings of Joburg, and I've got a few things to get off my chest. Firstly, can we please talk about the storyline? It's great, it's got great suspense, and it's got like this horror thing going on, but the multi-narrative is confusing me. Number two, the supporting characters are horrible at acting. I'm sorry to say this.
On the 17th of July, Justin Newo would post a question to her Twitter saying, "What are you willing to admit as Black South Africans?" And one comment would completely shock everyone, with Mohale saying, "Connie Ferguson can't act." And this tweet gaining 3.7 thousand likes. And this comment seemingly just opened the floodgates of criticism because all of a sudden people were talking about how Connie Ferguson is not a great actor, with one comment saying, "Nah man, if we're being honest, Connie Ferguson just can't act." And even another comment saying, "I love Connie Ferguson, but she can't act." The acting and the script of Kings of Joburg is so bad, guys. I'm trying with all my might to go start season 3 because there's nothing to watch. It's just so terrible. You see, while many people online are criticizing Connie Ferguson's acting, I do though want to make something very clear, and that's the fact that there's no doubt that Connie Ferguson is talented. You see, the truth of the matter is, I know of no actor in South Africa who has created as many job opportunities for actors in South Africa as much as Connie Ferguson. What Connie Ferguson has been able to do with her production company in South Africa is honestly remarkable, and I don't want her acting to take away from a lot of the positives she's been able to do in South Africa. And I feel as though many of these criticisms can take away from the impact Connie Ferguson has made in the South African acting scene. The amount of jobs she's created, the amount of films she's made, and the amount of money she's generated for actors in South Africa is honestly astonishing. And while you do have many people criticizing Kings of Joburg, you still do have a lot of people singing its praises. And many people who've been watching it on Netflix have actually been enjoying this season, with one comment on Twitter saying, "Connie Ferguson outdid herself with this season. Bold, entertaining, and different, and in a great way." And this comment going on to gain 262 likes. So it seems as though Kings of Joburg's future is still looking bright. And despite the criticisms, many people are still sitting back and waiting to see what exactly will Connie Ferguson come up with next.
Don't care. I will stand on my own if that is the case. I have never had money issues with Connie Ferguson. I have never had my money not arrive on time whilst working for the Ferguson films. My biggest paycheck was from Ferguson Films.
Wow,
I have repeatedly said, find it so strange, says Connie, that you are feeding so many mouths, yet nobody will stand up when it's time to say, "Kaume man, no, actually didn't bond in it's because of lo mama." Abandon music, all those things.